social responsibility is all about how companies give back to society, especially when there's an urgent need like the global health crisis the world is experiencing. Have a look at some of the contributions of private organizations that have really helped in the fight against COVID-19 in Nigeria.
COVID-19 may have brought many negative impacts in Nigeria, much like the rest of the world, but one good thing that's coming out of the global health crisis is the collective effort to fight a common enemy. From kind gestures to donations worth millions by corporate organizations, there has been an impressive response from the private sector in support of government's efforts in the fight against the coronavirus. Clearly, the most critical intervention in the fight against the pandemic is medical equipment. Donations from many companies through the Private Sector Coalition Against COVID-19, CACOVID, have amounted to billions of naira mobilized towards the building of isolation centers across Nigeria's 6 geopolitical zones. This is in addition to the medical equipment such as test kits to increase Nigeria's testing capacity and providing palliatives nationwide. Other significant medical interventions are courtesy of the NNPC-led coalition of oil companies, through which hospitals and other medical facilities are being built across the country. The most recent is the construction of an infectious diseases hospital in Yenagoa, the Bayelsa state capital, for the South-South region.
The structure is based on the fact that certain aspects of the program will be allocated to each of the oil and gas industry players. Earlier, similar event in Class A and B has taken place where the epicenter is heavy, where they need immediate support, which is Lagos, and all the neighboring states in the western state.
Other donors choosing to address the medical needs include Guaranty Trust Bank, which joined forces with the Lagos State government to construct a 110-bed isolation center in Onikon, Lagos, the epicenter of the outbreak. Nigeria Liquefied Natural Gas (NLNG) made a donation of medical equipment worth over $2.8 million to the Rivers State government. A donation of a 1,000-capacity mobile testing center by the Aliko Dangote Foundation to the Kano State government aims to slow the spread of COVID-19 in Kano, which has the second highest number of COVID-19 cases in the country.
The reality is that the budget for CACOVID, the activities have already been defined by the CACOVID Supervisory Board before the Kano situation escalated. And so, Alhaji Aliko decided that we should do something immediately. So this is something that the foundation is donating directly to the state. This lab that we're presenting today will be able to test 400 people a day, so 400 tests a day, ramping up to 1,000 tests a day in the next 2 weeks. The reason why this is important is because, as you all have heard, we've had this shortage of testing here. We will pay for everything related to the lab. The building of it, bringing it here, the operation of the lab, the testing of all the tests that will come here. This will not cost anything to the state. The state's counterparty is simply to bring the samples to us.
These medical equipment and supplies, such as the much-needed personal protective equipment, provided help and strengthened the country's response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Other private companies look to solve another urgent need, which was the most obvious social impact of the lockdown, that is hunger. All sorts of food items came pouring in from individuals and companies, including Koschari's group, with a truckload of bags of rice to the Lagos State government. Similar gestures have come from other organizations, including Animal Care Services, the Oladile Fajemi Rokun Foundation, among others across the Federation. This is to ensure a steady supply of palliatives for Nigerians. Many of them have promised to do more as the need arises until the pandemic is over and the semblance of normalcy returns.
One thing is certain, when all of this is over, it will be on record that private companies played a pivotal role in strengthening Nigeria's response to the coronavirus pandemic. And that's our show. Thank you for watching. For more of the program, please follow us on Twitter at CTV Kaleidoscope or send an email to kaleidoscope@channelstv.com. I'm Uche Aluku. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.